Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to solve accounting October-November paper 12 from 2023. Okay, so as usual we'll do first 10 questions and then we'll make 3 parts of this video. So let's get started. So first question says, which list is the long-term source of additional fund for the limited company? Okay. So when we get an additional fund, which is the list? So bank loan, okay, is an additional source of fund. Bonus issue of shares, this is not an additional fund. And debenture, it is an source of fund. Similarly, bank loan, leasing of premises, this can be a source of fund. And right issue of share, this is also source of fund here. Okay, bonus issue not a source of fund, leasing premises source of fund, trade credit source of fund, and then debenture issue, this is source of fund, right issue source of fund, and then trade credit not a source of fund for long term. Okay, so the correct answer would be in this case is bank loan, leasing premises, and then right issue of shares. So correct option would be B here. Let's move on to the second question. Which statement describe advantages of maintaining full accounting record? So what is the advantage of maintaining full accounting record is, number 1, a more complete assessment of business performance is possible. Okay, number 2, bookkeeping costs are minimized. Number 3, business managers can make more informed decision. And number 4, financial statement will be free of error and inaccuracy. Okay, so when we prepare full accounting record, so here there will be more complete assessment of business performance, that is there. Bookkeeping cost will not minimized. Okay, and then business managers can make more informed decision, this is also correct. And full financial statement will be free of error, this is also incorrect, because there could be there could be some error which we may maintain. So the correct option is number 1 and number 3, so option A. Number 3, Maria records a check for $475 received from Josh, a credit customer. Josh had deducted a 5% cash discount. The check has now been returned as dishonored. So we have received a check from a customer called Josh, okay, and that amount here is after deducting 5% discount. So this is only 95% now. This is only 95% now. Okay. So the check has now been returned as a dishonored. So what was the correct entry to record the return of the check in Maria's book? So when we write down this dishonored check which is returned, now what is the entry that Maria will write? Okay. So we say that we have not received the money, so the bank account should be on the credit side here. Okay, so which is on this side, so it could be this one also. Now previously when Josh paid us amount, we allowed him discount. Okay, so now that discount allowed was expense for us, now we are not giving that expense anymore. Okay, so it is the Josh that who has to pay that 500 back to us. The correct option is D. Josh account debit, bank account credit 475, and 25% is the discount. Okay, so $25 is the discount. Okay. Now next is a purchase of a shop and incurred the following cost. Okay, so when we purchase this, purchase price of the shop is 680,000, and then legal fee incurred in the purchase of the shop is 7,200. The cost of initial inventory 12,500, and the cost of installation of air conditioner 37,300. Okay. The question is, what is the total capital expenditure? So capital expenditure is basically a long-term expenditure that we have. So any amount which is for the long term will be considered as capital expenditure. Like for example, purchase price of the shop is a capital expenditure. Legal fee incurred in the purchase of the shop, this is also capital expenditure. Cost of initial and inventory, this is also expenditure, but this is a revenue expenditure, so this would not be a part of capital expenditure. And then the last one is cost of installation of air conditioner, this is also capital expenditure, which is one-time expenditure. Let's add them all of this and then see how much is our total. 68 plus 2 plus 47,300. Okay, so coming 734,500 is the option that we get here. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 5. A used motor vehicle was part exchanged for new motor vehicle. The balance of the purchase cost of the new motor vehicle was settled by check. Okay, so what was the entry to record the part exchange value? So when you dispose non-current asset, normally we get money out here, but instead of money we are part exchanging it with the new vehicle out here. So the new vehicle is coming in, that means vehicle account is, motor vehicle account is debited. Okay, and why this is debited? Because we are part exchanging it, so money is paid from the disposal. So the correct option out here is D. Let's move on to the next question. Non-current assets of a business cost 300,000 in 2021. It is depreciated using reducing balance method at the rate of 40% per annum. Okay, so it is a reducing balance method, 40% per annum. A full year depreciation is provided in the year of acquisition but none in the year of sales. Financial year of the business ends on 31st December every year. In 2023, an item sold for 150,000, disposal cost is 15,000 were incurred. What was the profit on disposal? Okay, so this non-current asset that we had purchased in 2021 was sold in 2023, okay, for 150,000, and the disposal cost is 15,000. So what is the profit on this disposal? So for this, let's make a disposal account. So disposal account, okay, so let's assume this is our debit side, this is our credit side. Now the cost of the asset that we are selling is 300,000. So the cost 300,000. Okay, how much depreciation was provided? We don't know, so we need to calculate that. Okay, this was purchased in 2021, so as per the rule we need to calculate full year depreciation in 2021. Okay, so the depreciation, let's see here, depreciation 2021 is amounted to 40%. Okay, 40% of reducing balance method, in the reducing balance method. So 300,000 into 40%, which is giving us 120,000. So 120,000 is the depreciation in 2021. So depreciation in year 2022 is 300,000 minus last year's depreciation, which is 120,000. So 180,000 into 40%. Okay, so which is 72,000. So the total depreciation in 21 and 22 is 72,000 plus 120,000. Okay, 192,000 is the total amount of depreciation. Now this asset is sold in 2023 and we will not charge any depreciation in the year of sales. Okay, so that means 2023 depreciation would be 0. So the total depreciation is still 192,000 here, which we transfer to disposal account here. Okay, depreciation 192,000. Now when we sold this asset, we got 150,000. So let's say bank account 150,000, and during this disposal we spend money. So this is the cost of disposal. Cost of disposal is 15,000. Okay, which is given in the question out here. Now the difference is the profit or loss on disposal. If the balancing figure is on this side is a profit, debit side is the profit, and credit side is loss. Okay, so I can see that my credit side is more, so it is a profit. 192,000 plus 150,000, which is 342,000 total on this side. Okay, so 342,000 total this side, and there the cost is 300,000 minus 15,000 is the cost of depreciation. So 27,000 is my profit. Profit on this disposal is 27,000. Question number 6, 27,000 here. Okay, I'm trying to make as detailed video as possible so that you don't miss out what is happening in the question, okay, and how to solve it. Number 7. A business receives $100 cash from a credit customer in settlement of a debt. When recorded it, an error of commission was made. Okay, which statement about the debt and the credit column of the trial balance is correct? So now, debit and the credit balance of the trial balance is correct. So number 1 is the total of the credit column was 100,000 higher than the total of debit column. Okay, so before I start reading this option, you should understand what is error of commission. Now the error of commission is basically when we replaced one account with another account. Okay, so in this case I received cash from customer. So instead of writing down customer, let's say A, I wrote customer B. Okay, so it will not have any arithmetical error or arithmetical effect in our account. So trial balance will not be able to detect this error. Okay, so this is one of those 6 errors which cannot be detected by the trial balance. Let's see what is happening in the trial balance out here. The total on the credit column was 100 higher than the total on the debit column. Incorrect. Okay, because trial balance would not be affected. The total of the debit column was 100 higher than the total of credit column. Again incorrect. Okay, this is not the right option. Now total of the both the columns were the same as if the error had not taken place. Yes, so it is the option where error of commission would not reflect in trial balance. And last one, both the total column were understated by the same amount. Okay, so again this is not correct because it will have the same amount on both sides, okay, but it will not be understated neither overstated, because instead of writing A, I wrote B. So the correct option is C out here. Okay, hope you understood this. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 8. A company's trial balance includes a suspense account. It was found that only error were discount received 240,000 and discount allowed 312, which had both been entered on the incorrect side of the respective ledger account. So discount received is an income. It's supposed to be on the credit side. Okay, discount received should be on the credit side, and discount allowed is an expense. This is supposed to be on the debit side. Okay, but what we have done here is both been entered on the incorrect side. So that means this was written on the debit side and this was written on the credit side. Okay, what is the double entry required to clear the suspense account balance? Now if you create a ledger account out here, now the only error that we made was we are writing this on the incorrect side. Okay, so we wrote 240 out here on the debit side and 312 on the credit side. Our job is to write down 312 here and 240 out here. Okay, understood? Okay, so this is my discount received, this is my discount allowed. So here we need to write down an entry to rectify this one. So discount allowed should come on the debit side. Okay, and then discount received on the credit side. Discount received on the credit side, discount allowed on the debit side, as we have, this is the correct answer. And the difference between these two would be our suspense account, because before we prepared the suspense account, we wrote this one, and the suspense account balance was how much? 312,000. 312 minus 240, 72. So we had a 72 suspense here. Okay, this is what we had in our trial balance. Now we need to correct this in the trial balance. So suspense account should go on the debit. The suspense account should go on the credit. Sorry, it was on the debit, should go on the credit. And discount allowed, which was on the credit, should come on the debit. And discount received, which was on the debit, should go on the credit. Okay, so the correct journal entry is discount allowed debit 312, discount allowed debit, this one. Okay, and then discount received credit, okay, which will go on the credit side, and suspense account credit. Okay, so correct option is option A out here. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question 9. Okay, which statement describe the benefit of preparing the bank reconciliation statement? When you prepare bank reconciliation statement, what is the advantage of that? Okay, that's what the question is asking you. So number one is checks the accuracy of the transaction recorded in the bank statement. Yes, this is correct. Okay, it will compare cash book and bank statement and then check whether those transactions are correctly entered. Number two, ensure that cash in the tilde agreed with the total of the cash column in the cash book. So it is not true. Okay, that's why we are preparing bank reconciliation statement. So it is possible that these two balance is different, and that's why we are preparing bank reconciliation statement. Okay. Next one is eliminate the possibility of fraud by members of staff. Okay. This is the checking process. After checking it, we may eliminate, but just preparing it would not ensure that. And then the last one is ensure that the trial balance and the financial statement contains an up-to-date figure of the cash at bank. Correct. So we have to write down the correct balance of the cash in our final account or statement of financial position to show the correct financial position of the business. Okay. So the correct option here is 1 and 4, which is C. Okay, number 10. A trader's cash book shows a debit balance of 12,460. Okay, on 30th April. Bank charges 4,500 had not been entered in the cash book. So this is the cash book balance. There is a bank charges of 4,500 which is not entered in this amount. Okay. A check of 14,470 received from credit customer. So we received a check from a customer, and check of 1,740 paid to a supplier appear in the cash book but not in the bank statement. Okay. So question is, what is the balance shown in the bank statement on 30th April 2020? So now bank has included this amount. Okay. Bank has included this amount, so that means this needs to be subtracted from this amount, and bank hasn't included this amount which I have received from customer. Okay, so this needs to be subtracted again, because we are saying that we are depositing money but it was not shown into the bank statement. And there is a customer given to a customer, there was a check paid to a supplier, so it was also not given to a supplier, so it needs to be added from this figure. Okay, so let's see. 12,460 minus 4,500 minus 14,470 and plus 1,740. Okay, so it is negative 4,470, which is negative balance in the bank statement, means on the debit side. So the correct option is number B. Okay, hope you understood this. So this is it for today's class. We'll continue this in our next session. Okay, if you have any questions or concerns, do write in the comment section so that I can answer them. Have a great day.